Hi everyone. Sorry I'm late coming into the group today. I'm feeling really emotional actually, which I just wanted to share with you. I've had two clients this week that I've just finished working with on my 12-week complete support package, and they've both happened to just kind of like finish this week, and I've had my last sessions with them this week, and in one sort of like sense it seems that it's only been 5 minutes ago since we started working together, and in another it seems like such a long time. I feel like I've been working with them for ages, and I've literally just got back from my one client, and that's hence why I'm late, so I apologise for that. But it's been a great process, and I've actually, let me just show you, because I have my one client, she brought me flowers, which is, obviously I kind of get paid and that for what I do, and both of my clients have just, kind of changed so much and are doing so much better in just 12 weeks. And I always kind of claim that, I always sort of say that it's not a case of anybody recovering within the 12 weeks, but it's like the foundation work. Because let's face it, 12 weeks is not that much, it's not that long in terms of kind of like working to see, from where you've kind of are now maybe to, it's not that long support. So to see them do so well is amazing. But, and obviously I take pleasure in, and I feel very privileged, as I've always said, to be able to kind of, to help them on their journey, to kind of like to help them with that transformation. I feel very blessed and very privileged that they are, they trust me to help them with that. But yeah, it's also quite sad that that's it. There are, sort of like the weekly. The weekly sessions and stuff kind of come to an end, and although they do have the option of continue to work with me if they want to, but they're both in good places, and they feel ready to sort of like take what I've learnt them and what we've worked on and stuff, and to kind of they're taking responsibility for their own well-being, etc. So and that feels great. That feels really great that they're able to do that. And the one lady this week that I've been working with, she had binge eating disorder, and she was kind of at a place just before I started working with her. She was at a place where she was just, life was out of control for her. She was just kind of she was overeating. She was in a pattern of she had a job, and soon she'd get out of her job, she would kind of go and buy various kind of food items, and she would just binge in the car, and it became a very sort of like almost like she had no control over it. She was just, and that's what she was doing in order to kind of like cope. She'd also kind of like wanted to get fit and run, etc., but she had no motivation to kind of like do any exercise at all. And so I started working with her, and sort of like, so our last session was on Monday, and she got to the place where she was no longer kind of in that place where she was binging uncontrollably. She had allowed herself to eat healthily, but still enjoying, you know, an element of treats each day, which meant that she wasn't depriving herself, which then meant she wasn't craving those, you know, those food items. Because once you allow yourself, you know, once you let go of the guilt and the fear, then it just becomes food. And, you know, once you can allow you, because I was talking to another client today about that food should be, you know, pleasurable. You know, there's so many people in the world that take pleasure out of eating, you know, so why shouldn't you? You know, what's the difference there? So yeah, so once you take away all those emotions around food, etc., then it just becomes food. And this is what I was trying to instill into her. So, you know, she's not doing the binging, she's not kind of feeling deprived, so then she kind of like, you know, does it for a little bit and then goes back to it. She's not. She's eating really, really well, really sensibly, but she's allowing herself to have a little bit of treats as well. And she's losing weight, she's really happy. And the day before I saw her, she ran 18 miles. She ran 18 miles. I couldn't run 18 miles, but she ran 18 miles. And, you know, she, at first when she started running, she was beating herself up about it because she'd ran before, you know, but she was comparing herself to how she was before. She was beating herself up about it. So I told her, tap before you do your run. And so she does that now. And she runs well, and she runs happily, and she enjoys the run, you know. And I think that's amazing. You know, in 12 weeks, you know, that to me is amazing. Yeah, and I'm not saying that she's completely, everything in her life is totally hunky-dory or anything like that. It's not. But she now has a tool that she can use to help manage her life. She knows that I'm there if she needs me to continue the work. But things have transformed from, you know, with her, from how she was then to where she is now. And I think that's incredible. And yeah, and I see this, or as I say, I see this all the time with my clients, and it's just amazing. It's a privilege. And yeah, and my client today, you know, she has anorexia, and you know, I'm working with her. You know, she was very, very fearful. She had lots of kind of like issues. She had sort of like past memories of things which kind of kept her trapped in the eating disorder, in the anorexia. And now she feels a lot more relaxed. You know, she's ready. She's kind of like, she can see her goal ahead of her. She knows that she kind of like needs to keep going. And, you know, day by day, she is still moving forward. She has made such progress from when I first started working with her to, you know, to now. And again, it's just brilliant, and I love doing the work that I do. It's so rewarding. It's just, you know, it's so great to see that. So I just wanted to kind of like share that with you today, to just kind of, you know, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't think there's anybody out there that can help me, you know, or maybe you're, you know, you have some help at the moment, but maybe it's not actually, you know, that right for you. Maybe it's sort of, you're still struggling, you know, you have support, but maybe it's not feeling right, it's not doing it for you, etc. Then, you know, just call me, you know, call me. And, you know, my number is 07518 053 311. You know, if I'm in a session or I'm not available, leave me a message and I will call you back. But just call me. You know, the number again, 07518 053 311. Just call me. You know, if you are thinking, I don't want to be here anymore, but I don't know what to do about it. Call me. We can talk it through. And if I don't think you're ready, if I don't think I'm the right person for you, then I will tell you that. I'm not, I've had a new client sign up this morning, and we had a chat yesterday. And, and I said to her, I will never pressure you into working with me. That's just not what I do. It's not it's not worth it for me or for my client. It's just not worth it. And today she's texted me. She said, I've had to think about it. I've had a chat with my hubby, and I'm ready for this. And so there we go. And and so there's never any pressure. You never feel any pressure off me, but I do want to help you. So, and if it's kind of like talking through your options, about the options that you have, or whether you're kind of like, feeling stuck and you're not sure what to do next, just give me a call and we can talk it through. And if at the end of the day I kind of, sort of say it's actually, I think this something else would help you right now, then that's what I will do, So do please give me a call. What else can I say? Okay, so as you know, I have the Feel Good Enough challenge coming up next week, Monday to Wednesday. And again, it's the most common belief that I work with women that I work with. And so I thought it'd be a good idea, as it's Eating Disorder Awareness Week next week, in the UK anyway, I thought it would be great if I could help you make a start towards feeling good enough about yourself. And so I'll be live in the group between Monday and Wednesday next week, giving you information on how you can start to feel good about yourself. Feel good enough, sorry. And and if you sign up to the link that's already in the group, and sign up for that, then I will also be emailing you every day and to give you kind of exercises as in direction onto how to go about putting that information that you've learned into practice. So if you want to feel good enough, then join me next week. Sign up so you get the emails. Kind of like if you can attend live in the group, that's great, because you will kind of get more out of it. You will kind of feel more involved in that. But if you can't, then watch the replays and feel free to comment in that kind of like after that video if you want to raise anything, ask any questions, etc. But and obviously within the group next week, we'll be talking about sort of feeling good enough and kind of what you need to do, etc., in order to feel good enough, and whether you deserve to feel good enough, because that can be another thing that holds us back, doesn't it? So and why shouldn't you feel that you can feel good enough? So please join me if you want things to look brighter for you, if you're kind of fed up of where you are, if you're fed up of not feeling good enough, not feeling special, not feeling positive about yourself, you feel stuck, give me a call. But in the very least, sign up for my Feel Good Enough challenge next week. And if you know of anybody else that you might feel that benefit from this, then invite them on to join too. So so that's me. I hope you have a lovely day. It's very, very blustery where I am, and I think it is for a lot of people in the UK. I think it's kind of Hurricane Doris or something like that. So stay safe, everybody, and have a lovely week. I've got some lovely sunshine with it though, so there's a bonus. Have a lovely day, and I will speak to you soon. If you've got any questions at all, please give me a call, and I will speak to you soon. Okay. Sorry, Stacey, I see you've just joined, but I'm actually just about to go. So, wishing you a great day, and please watch the replay. Okay, take care. I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye bye.